Thank you, Rob. Thank you, James. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to talk today, introduce about the RX solution. So RX solution, it might be a new name for some of you, and some of you may know us already. But I will use this half an hour, 25 minutes to introduce about RX, who we are, where we are coming from, to give you an idea about our solution, and then actually what we manufactured, how we manufacture, what's our idea behind our system, our CT solution. So, as I say, some of you may know RX, some of you know. We are a company that this year is celebrating the 20 years in the market. Was founded in 2006. We have right now more than 300 systems installed worldwide, so we have quite big experience in the CT market. From the 300 systems that we have installed, most of them has been installed in the last 6-7 years. It means that in the first part of our history, we were in the market, but we were just focusing in academic market, so probably we are not really well known in the industry. So we start developing in the industry 8-9 years ago, and now we are quite well known, not only in the academic but in industry as well. And we employed more than 50 persons, and we're growing quite quickly in the last period. So next year probably the numbers will grow up to 400 systems, 60 persons more. So what is our vision? It's to provide excellence beyond the visible. So the CT is really what you can see behind the visible. Our mission is really to unlock the potential of the CT for the R&D, for the quality, for production, and thanks to the solution and the service that we provide. So how we do that? With our expertise and our solution. Our expertise because we are expert on CT. We are a company that are focusing 100% on CT. We don't have any product beside of CT, so all our efforts are on CT. We put all the resource on the developing of new product, on the R&D, so we don't have any other things to think about, but really we are expert on this domain. That's the reason that it keep us on the top of the technology, and we would like also to transmit this idea and this strategy to our partners, and this is the case of here with OR3D, which is our local partner that is specialized on 3D, and we have exactly the same vision worldwide. So you can find us worldwide with the same kind of partner that are dedicated to CT. This is about the people and the expertise that we provide to the market, and we have our solution that are conceived in a modular and flexible and scalable way, adaptable to any kind of application. So we try to adapt the system for the R&D market, for the industrial market, for production, for academic, and really dedicate to application. So we develop internally our core software, which is the core of the solution. When I say software, I mean the acquisition and the reconstruction software, and we leave the analysis and the inspection to the third-party software that we will talk later to other two partners that we have. And we also deliver a after-sales service tailored on the needs of the customer. So we don't have a single solution for the machine, as we don't have a single solution for the service, but we really try to adapt everything to the needs of the customer. That's why we like to say that we have a modular and a versatile offer that is really adapting to the application and to the type of customer. Because of this, we design and manufacturing our high precision tomography specifically to meet the needs of our partner. So we really well address the research market. We address the quality inspection needs and also the industrial production. So each of those markets has usually different type of needs. You can think of research, university, academic. They need usually flexible system for experimental project. Most probably they need a high resolution system, or they need the modular system that can be scalable during the time, or even in situ capabilities. So all those features can be integrated in a solution that we provide to research. Completely different needs for quality inspection laboratory, where they probably needs more accurate and repeatable solution for inspection depart. Then they're looking for more internal defects, something that they are not doing research. They're looking for a software solution which is really tailored for analysis. And then also it's something that we can provide in our solution. And the last segment that we approach is the industrial production. So it's a demand that is growing really fast in the last couple of years. So the CT is moving from the laboratories to the shop floor. And that's also one demand that we are trying to reply. Conceiving a machine dedicated to this type of requirements. So a machine that is going even faster, more repeatable, with a more robust design, and software solution that can be automated for acquisition and inspection. So you need to look at RX as a premium partner to provide you a full solution for the industrial CT. So when I'm talking about full solution, it means starting from the system. So the system is the one that you can have in your laboratory. You can have it for R&D, you can have for in the production. That's because we are expert on designing and conceiving the system, that it could be system for industrial research needs from micro to nano configuration, but also in terms of trainings, because we obviously provide a full training. It could be initial training, advanced training, or on-demand training whenever we supply a system. We support the customer with an aftermarket service, and this is done with the goal to really go with our partner along the way of the life of the system. So it means to keep the customer proximity, to support the system along the way, to provide upgrade and retrofit. As I say at the beginning, we provide systems that are modular and scalable during the time. It means that it can be always upgraded. We have platform that can be upgraded during the time, so we can keep it update with new sources and new flat panel, and we provide maintenance that can be standard maintenance or on-demand preventive and corrective maintenance contract. And at last, we are also partner for inspection contract service, something that we provide directly on our facility in France, or can be provided through our partner, and this is the case here in UK with OR3D, that they provide their own inspection contract service. So what are our products? So our vision is, as I say, to deliver the best solution for the application that everybody can have. So instead of starting from the final solution, from the final product, we look at the customer needs, at the customer application. So when we look at the customer application, one of the first things that we need to look is the resolution that is required for any of your application. So the smaller the feature that you want to observe, there will be a final resolution that we must have. So we support you on choosing the system and the X-ray tube that it will allow you to see really exactly what you're looking for. So we have a really wide range of different tube that it cover down to 0.250 micron. So it means 250 nanometers up to 35 micron at minimum, but obviously we can work even at 100 micron. And this range is covered with at least 20 different tubes. So we are capable to really target a specific range of resolution with a specific tube. All those tubes have different characteristics in terms of technology. So they could be open or sealed tube. They could be what we call mesofocus tube, open tube, microtube or nanotube. And also they have different energy. So the second aspect that we are looking at to select and pick the right tube is looking at your material thickness of the sample that you need to inspect. So that's the second parameter that you are looking for. As you know, each material thickness, it will impose a physical limit. So we need to adapt the X-ray tube to the right material to optimize the penetration. So we know exactly what is the tube to best penetrate a certain material. So based on those two characteristics, the resolution that you would like to meet and the thickness of the material, we can pick the tube that it will solve the issue. It could be a single tube or it could be dual tube, because our solution are configurable even with more than one tube. So we can have up to 2 tubes in the same system. A second component that is characterizing the system is the detector. So the detector is defining the area of the scanning. So we have different detectors covering different scan surface. The scan surface is one of the characteristics of the detector. Then we also keep in consideration the sensitivity of the detector, the speed of the detector to pick the right one, and the other detector that we can integrate with the main detector is what we call a secondary detector, and this is permit us to push even forward the details detection, because we can offer high resolution detector such as high resolution camera, or even new technology as a photo counting detector, or different solution as it could be a line scan, which is provide to have less noise image, especially when we are working with higher energy. So again, a complete solution in terms of detector. The third major components that we need to define is the platform. So each component has different size, so we adapt our platform to the size of the components. So we have platform small size, what we call S, EasyTom S, up to the XL, which is really large cabinet, something like 2.5 by 2 meters, so big system. And then we have even 2 open frame system. So system that came and that has to be installed in a bunker, or we built around a cabinet once that is installed. So we have 5 different platforms, 3 of them are in the cabinet and 2 are open frame. Obviously, all of them have different characteristics. They can handle sample, small sample or really large sample, as you can see in the open frame, very large, even more than 1.1, 1.2 meters and over than 100 kilos. So that's regarding the hardware. But the core of the system is the software. So we we develop in-house the software, which is really the backbone of the X-ray inspection. So the core of performance is our exact software. The exact software is covering the acquisition, the reconstruction, and the visualization process. So the 3 phases. Then we have standard extension. The standard extension, we consider the API REST. The API REST is an integration that will allow us to integrate directly in the workflow that you can have in your process. So it permits us to build human interface really customized on your needs. We recently released a new advanced reconstruction model that is called ORS. This new advanced reconstruction model is not replacing the existing one, but is coming with. So the standard one are always based on the back filter projection. This new advanced reconstruction is based in iterative projection. So it's a step forward to what was present in the past. And then as a standard extension, we work with the partner software like Volume Graphics and Dragonfly for the post-processing, so the inspection and the analysis. A third type of model are the customized model. We build custom UI really to personalize the control experience for any of you. And we also develop a vision AI model for the image analysis and automatic decision making, and this is more related to 2D analysis. Because the software is becoming more and more demanding, we also develop a specific offer for the IT. So we have a dedicated acquisition PC and dedicated reconstruction PC, which is today really becoming more and more relevant in the industry. So we offer different solutions we call standard, performance, and ultra. So dedicated PC reconstruction that allows us to keep up with the speed of the reconstruction and also with the analysis software. So I talk about modularity. So the system came as a standard CT system. Then we can extend the capability of the system with automation accessory. So what we call automation accessory could be the sample loader. So the sample loader, we have 2 different types. One which is internal, is the one that you see in the top. So it permits to loading small sample internally to the machine, and it will permit to avoid the manual loading between one sample and the other one, or an automatic load external, so we can fully automate all the process with a robot or a palletizer directly from outside the machine. Still related to automation, we have filter changer, so it will permit to automatically change the filter. And as I introduced, we have the possibility to integrate more than one detector. So we have interchangeable detector support that it will permit to switch from one detector to the other one without downtime of the machine. So you can immediately start working with the other detector. Other accessory that complete our proposal, we have anti-collision protection that is based on a leader. So those can be quite useful in academic or even industry. Someone that is not confident on what they're doing. Glass door to have a line of sight direct to the analysis. So that is an option. We integrate in situ cells. In situ cells is for experiments during the CT. In situ cells that can be compression, tension, temperature cell. And then we have Deben that will talk more later about those solutions. And pair positioning, like the motorizing central stage. This is just one option that it will improve the sample positioning to be much more accurate and quick to recentering the sample inside the system. Right. So based on those configuration and those components, we create 3 different lines, 2 series that are going on the top of the lines. So the 3 lines that we create in our portfolio are the Explorer line, the Nano, and the Force. And the series are the Metrology and the Fab. So the Metrology and Fab are options that can be applied directly to each of those lines. So what are the different lines? It should be quite clear from the introduction that I gave you before. So we have the Explorer line, which is the most versatile line. You already deliver micro resolution, and it's the one that is integrating the widest range of tubes and detector. Is developed for laboratory and also for production. As I say, is the more versatile. The Nano line is really engineering for ultrafine analysis. It delivers sub-micron resolution. As I say, it's going down to 250 nanometer. He has different options, so we have also version that is limited to 1 micron only. And today is considered really as the benchmark for advanced research and ultra-detailed inspection. And then last, we have the Force line. That's from the name, it's clear that is the line at high energy, dedicated to the inspection of dense material or complex assembly. And it's the characteristic of this line is that it provides high energy in a really compact footprint. So he has the most compact footprint in the market. On top of those lines, we have the 2 different series, is the Fab and Metrology. So those are series that can be applied to the Nano, Explorer, and Force. So the Fab line, the Fab series is the one dedicated to the factory. So it's a factory-ready system. It's combining the hardware robustness. It's fully automated. It's operator-friendly. So the interface is limited to simple functionality. And then we have the Metrology series that it provides the VDA, VDI compliance. So it is designed for dimensional accuracy. It integrates granite base, thermoregulation, high precision encoder. So anything that it permits you to have an advanced calibration for traceability on your measurement. So just few insight about the lines. So our Explorer lines, they say, is the one that is provided already high resolution, versatility, is completely modular and flexible. So it's actually the results of our 20 years of experience in the market, and it provides really advanced control in the software, but at the same time intuitive use. Some highlights about the system. You see we have multi-axis mechanics up to 6 or 7 linear axes. Microfocus sources, it's adapted. We have up to 10 sources that we can integrate. And it's the same way the detector. Just a couple of examples on application. So the application is really quite wide range again. So it's used for battery cell inspection, capacitor, biology, medical, as you see, additive manufacturing. So this is just few examples. And you see that when we talk about the Explorer line, we cover a range starting from 5 micron up to 100 micron. So that's the typical range. The Nano line is the one that is dedicated to the highest resolution, so down to 250 nanometer, but we adapted our solution introducing a new tube. So we split our proposal in two different nano solution, the Nano Ultra, which is going down to 250 nanometer, and the Nano Access, which is limited to 1 micron, because yeah, the needs could be quite different, even if it doesn't look so a big gap, but actually on the results you have a really big difference between 250 nanometers and 1 micron. And one characteristic of this system is the fact that we can integrate a second tube in the same system. So you can have a nanotube, which is the nanotube, and then you can have a micro tube that is integrating and expanding the capability of the system. So here you have some components. You have the nanofocus tube, that is a couple of different tubes that we can integrate, the granite mechanics, that guarantee the stability and the precision, air bearings, that again, it permits to match the high resolution, and the detector. So we integrate usually a second detector that permits to achieve even more precision. Here, few examples of application. Again, we are in the medical, biology, aerospace, or battery. So you see battery is typical example where you can use a system for different application, going down to nanometers. Before I show you at micron level, or you can even inspect a complete module, cell module, and that you will need a force line. So then last, the force line. So the force line is the line that we design to perform for dense material inspection. So it's going up to 450 kV with a power of 450 watt. It's really made for production environment. So it provides a reliable inspection on the densest part. And as I say, it has the characteristic to be to provide this capability on a really small footprint, less than 3 square meter. And in the same way that we integrate a second tube in the nano, we also decide to integrate a second tube in the force line, so we can extend the capability of the system. So someone that he has needs in their application to penetrate a dense material, but at the same time they need to go down on the resolution, we can have both capability in the same machine. So here you have the different components that we integrate. So we have a mesofocus tube, the versatility of the system, because we can integrate more than one tube, so 2 tubes can be used on parallel, and then the detectors. Every time we integrate one flat panel, and then we can have a second detector. In this case is a line detector, which permit to reduce what we call the scatter artifacts and to increase the quality of the image. So this is few examples that we have, and the comparison between the 225 and the 450, so you can see what is the improvements between the two energies. Right.